The story unfolds in a post-apocalyptic world overrun by zombies due to a deadly pathogenic virus. Buildings lay in ruins, the sky shrouded in darkness. Suddenly, an orange crack appears in the sky, and a man emerges from it. This man is our main character, Shen-Yi, who has arrived in this desolate world to resurrect the last remnants of human civilization. He possesses the all-healing potion, a gift from the powerful World Savior system, which aids him in saving a total of 2 million people and restoring their civilization. As Shen-Yi saves lives, the system rewards him with points that can be exchanged for rare and magical items. Meanwhile, the people he rescues begin to worship him as a savior and god. However, Shen-Yi knows he cannot remain in this world and vanishes, leaving behind a cryptic message: your survival is the survival of your civilization. The people are left in awe as their god departs, realizing the weight of their own responsibility for their future. In a dramatic turn of events, Shen-Yi's departure leaves the people stunned and speechless, realizing that their fate now rests solely in their own hands. As we gazed upon the new world of Earth SDE 878, with its prosperous coastal city and endless blue sky, one would think it should have been a delightful and wonderful day. However, in that very moment, Shen-Yi descended upon this world. The people were left in awe as they witnessed a man soaring through the sky. Luckily, he was but a mere speck in the distance, causing only a minor stir amongst the onlookers. As Shen-Yi conversed with the system about his previous world, he was reassured that his purpose was to act as a savior in a world on the brink of destruction, to prevent the extinction of human civilization. Suddenly, the sound of approaching helicopters caught his attention. Realizing it was not yet time to make contact with the world's leaders, Shen-Yi vanished in an instant, leaving the bewildered helicopter crew in his wake. Unconcerned with the thoughts of those above, Shen-Yi found himself in the bustling city streets, where he blended in as just another handsome young man catching the eye of many admirers. Meanwhile, the system continued to provide him with crucial information about the impending doom of this world and the mysterious figures trailing his every move. As Shen-Yi contemplated meeting the world's leaders, a soft voice interrupted his thoughts. A charming young girl in a waiter's uniform approached him, offering a taste of their new menu prepared by the renowned chef. Ms. Mo. The plating arrived, seemingly unassuming at first glance. However, as Shen-Yi took his first bite, he was transported to a realm of exquisite flavors and sensations. Ms. Mo, noticing his reaction, inquired about his meal. Shen-Yi's response was nothing short of glowing. It's absolutely delicious, making me fall in love with this place even more. Just as the conversation was heating up, a group of FBI agents appeared, intent on speaking with Shen-Yi. Ms. Mo, ever the gracious host, attempted to dismiss them to avoid disrupting their customers' dining experience. However, the agents insisted, warning her that Shen-Yi was no ordinary man. Interrupting the tense standoff, Shen-Yi commended the government for locating him so quickly. The agents demanded to know his purpose, to which Shen-Yi calmly revealed his mission: to save their civilization from impending destruction, a task only he could accomplish. The agents were incredulous, questioning how they could trust his claims. Shen-Yi proposed a wager, offering to provide them with prophecies that would come to fruition, proving his abilities and the imminent peril facing their world. With a steely resolve, he declared, "Only I can save your world. Shen-Yi, create a list of the impending disasters and inform your superior that they must verify it promptly." The agents were stunned as they reviewed the details and timelines of the upcoming volcanic eruption, tsunami, plane crashes, and more. They realized that if these predictions came true, the lives of millions would be affected. Despite their shock, the agents remained composed and urged Shen-Yi to accompany them. However, Shen-Yi interrupted and declared, "The moment you received that note, your test began. Provide me with a reason for saving your world." Meanwhile, a world leader observed Shen-Yi through a spycam and deliberated on how to handle this arrogant man and his alleged prophecies. One officer assured them that certain areas had already been evacuated as a precaution. However, some leaders were dissatisfied, questioning the validity of the information. The officer calmly explained that if the predictions were to materialize, the blame would fall on them. This silenced the room momentarily, until a high-ranking official pointed out that if the prophecies turned out to be false, their credibility and use of government funds would be called into question. The chief commander voiced this concern, sparking a heated debate between the two sides. As tensions escalated, an earthquake suddenly struck, proving one of the prophecies true. The commander, taken aback, insisted on personally interrogating Shen Yi. But in a surprising turn of events, Shen Yi vanished before the agent's eyes, only to reappear before the world leaders who were now faced with a crucial decision. Suddenly, the military of the world leader arrived, demanding that Shen Yi surrender. But Shen Yi remained calm, even praising their quick response. The military insisted on his surrender, but Shen Yi used his powers to make their guns fly into the air, showing them that their weapons were useless against him. The military backed down, returning to their posts. As the tension eased, a white-shirt officer began to speak of prophecies. He revealed that while rescue efforts had been sent to the earthquake location, some areas affected by the tsunami were still in need. Furthermore, a plane crash was imminent. As they were unable to prevent the plane from taking off, Shen Yi rose from his seat, assuring everyone that he would handle the situation and reward their sincerity. He swiftly made his way above the ocean, where the doomed plane was headed. The system analyzed the situation, warning Shen Yi that the plane was about to be torn apart by a hurricane and was nearing the danger zone. The stakes were high, the tension palpable. Shen Yi knew he had to act quickly to save the passengers on board. The fate of the plane hung in the balance as he prepared to intervene and prevent a catastrophic disaster. The plane has arrived, and Shen Yi has begun to harness his powers, controlling the surrounding lightning. On the other side, the pilots were shocked to see Shen Yi flying above the clouds. Shen Yi took control of the wind, guiding the plane to safety and avoiding catastrophe. The pilots, still in disbelief, and did their best to regain control. On the other side, system warned Shen Yi of an impending storm, urging him to act quickly. As the passengers prayed for safety, Shen Yi used his powers to steer the plane away from the storm, calming the turbulence. The pilots regained control and prepared to land, while the passengers marveled at the miraculous intervention, believing an angel had saved them. Upon arrival at the airport, the commander was astonished by Shen Yi's heroism, saving the lives of 315 people in mere minutes. Reporters bombarded the pilot with questions, to which he simply replied that an angel had intervened. Suddenly, a figure was spotted flying in the sky, and the passengers exclaimed in awe, believing it to be the god who had saved them, but he again disappeared. Meanwhile, the commander spoke with Shen Yi about his prophetic abilities and the incredible power he possessed. They expressed a desire to learn more from him, to which Shen Yi smiled, realizing that world leaders were finally recognizing his competence. He pondered the idea of creating an organization to recruit and train individuals from different worlds. Shifting the balance between justice and self-interest, in this dramatic turn of events, Shen Yi's extraordinary abilities had not only saved lives but also sparked a newfound hope for a brighter future. In this gripping scene, Shen Yi sat among the world leaders, his presence commanding attention. He explained to them why he had been sent to their world, to investigate the impending apocalypse foretold by the Universal Order Preservation Organization. This organization, which monitored various parallel worlds, had predicted that their civilization was on the brink of extinction, prompting the dispatch of Shen Yi as a special envoy to aid in averting disaster. The world leaders were shocked by the power and influence of Shen Yi's organization, believing it to be a higher dimensional force shaping the destinies of countless individuals. Little did they know that Shen Yi and his system were the sole members of this mysterious organization. Despite this, Shen Yi maintained the facade, emphasizing the urgency of the situation at hand. According to the chilling prediction, their civilization faced annihilation within 3 years, a fate synonymous with the extinction of humanity itself. The world leaders turned to Shen Yi, seeking guidance and reassurance. Could he, with his formidable powers, prevent this cataclysmic event from unfolding? Shen Yi, with a steely resolve, recounted his past encounters with disaster, showcasing a world ravaged by zombies on the brink of extinction. He cautioned the leaders not to place all their hopes on him, for the true purpose of the organization was to preserve civilizations, not merely save lives. The sacrifice of many for the survival of the whole was a harsh reality they must face. In a moment of profound realization, the world leaders understood that the fate of their civilization lay in their hands. Shen Yi's words echoed in their minds, "The choice is yours to turn the tide, not mine." The weight of their decisions hung heavy in the air, as they grappled with the enormity of the task ahead. The commander understood the gravity of the situation and assured Shen Yi that he had full authority to mobilize resources at full scale. The commander and all the soldiers told Shen Yi that he would not regret his decision. The scene shifted, and we saw Shen Yi return to the restaurant to eat, but there he was greeted by Ms. Mo's father, Mr. Mo, the CEO of Mo Corporation. Mr. Mo expressed his honor that Shen Yi enjoyed his daughter's dish and expressed interest in investing in Shen Yi and the aftermath of the apocalypse. Despite Mr. Mo's attempts to flatter Shen Yi, he saw through the facade. Shen Yi stopped Mr. Mo in his tracks, reminding him that no amount of wealth or business ventures could protect against a global disaster. He emphasized the importance of acknowledging the reality of the apocalypse and the different experiences of despair and relief that come with it. Mr. Mo, deeply affected by Shen Yi's words, expressed a desire to invest in Shen Yi's organization, recognizing the power of his abilities. Shen Yi then showed Mr. Mo the harsh truth of the world, revealing the insignificance of his wealth in the grand scheme of things. Shen Yi made it clear that disasters do not discriminate based on wealth, but the possibility of traveling to different dimensions was not out of reach. He invited Mr. Mo to join his organization, promising an extraordinary path for those who dared to walk it, mesmerized by his experience and Shen Yi's words. Mr. Mo eagerly accepted the invitation. Shen Yi expressed curiosity about the potential of utilizing all of Mr. Mo's world resources, hinting at the limitless possibilities that lay ahead. The idea of tapping into Mr. Mo's global network sparked Mo's imagination, envisioning a future filled with innovation and success. With Shen Yi's guidance, Mo felt confident that they could achieve great things together. That's it everyone, I hope you enjoy our recap, and if you any suggestion, do let me down in the comment box and tell me what other manhwa recap I make.